What's going on, guys? MJ300 here, and welcome to a brand new episode of our Arsenal Road to Glory series. We are now into year number 4 here with Arsenal. This is episode number 2 of the season. We're at the end of August, and so in this video we'll be getting a good portion into the season now, kicking off our cup campaigns, our Champions League campaigns, get all the way through September and October, maybe even a little bit of November. We'll see how it goes. But first we need to finish off August, and we've got a game against Chelsea and the transfer deadline day coming up. But just before we jump into that, give you a quick recap of how the season has started. And we've had a very strong start to the season. We've played 3 and we've won 3, scoring 9, only conceding 1. So only us, City and Southampton have 100% records. Obviously, it is still very, very early days, but we did get a good win over Liverpool on opening day. In addition to that, we made some big signings during this transfer window. The biggest one there was Ruben Diaz coming from Paris Saint-Germain to Arsenal for £66 million. We also brought in Serge Gnabry from Atletico Madrid for £65 million. One you can't see there because it was a free transfer, but was probably our biggest signing. And that was bringing Kylian Mbappe in on a free from Paris Saint-Germain. So he is now leading our line, replacing the Aubameyang. You can see there we did sell Matteo Guendouzi for 43 million, but with Barella coming in last season, there wasn't really many starts for him. So that's where it's left our squad now. You can see there we've got a very good side. Everyone there is at least an 86 overall. And even on our second side, again, with the exception of Perrin, everyone is an 86 overall. So we have really good strength and depth across our two teams now. And I don't really think there's anywhere where I can look to improve, to be honest. I was thinking about it last time out. And yeah, I mean, so what we're going to do going up to August now is, unless we get any big offers that we can't turn down, then we're going to stay with this squad at least till January. I'm very happy with what we've got, and I think it's more than capable of competing on all fronts once again. So now let's get into this game here up against Chelsea. Obviously not going to be an easy game going away to Stamford Bridge, but with the sort of team we've got to be confident going into every single game. These are the type of games that we have to win if we want to retain our Premier League title. Okay, so just a quick look at the Chelsea team, see if they've made any additions over the summer transfer window. And it looks like they have brought a couple of guys in. So Kepa's still there in goal. Mendy now at left back with Meccano in the middle of defence with Kjaer and Zappacosta. Kjaer's a very weird signing for them because I think he's like 34, 35, so must be getting on a bit. In the midfield, they've got Bakayoko and Kovacic, and then a new addition there in Bentancur. And then up top is Pulisic, Hudson-Odoi on the wings, and Suarez, who we knew they brought in last January, up front. So not a bad side, but I mean, with Kjaer in there, I think we could definitely try and exploit him for pace with Mbappe. So let's jump into this right away. Here's Ceballos now, into Mbappe, back to Ceballos. We'll go out wide to Gnabry. We'll go back into Ceballos. Oh, and he's turned this man well there. He's gone in the middle. Good dummy by Brandt. Forward to Mbappe. And second chance. And it's wide. Really good start there from Arsenal. There's Mbappe now. He's looking for support up top. He'll get it now with Brandt. And Brandt has gone through the middle here for Pepe. He'll have to cut back. Hasn't got good pace, but Mbappe's there. He's got to finish it. Oh, and Kepa. Really good save. Not quite the power on the shot we were hoping for. Brandt. He's gone into Mbappe. We'll look to hold it now for Brandt. It's a good run. It's a finish. Oh, it's straight at Kepa. Neves looking for the run here of Gnabry. Can he find Brandt at the back post? He can. Oh, what a save from Kepa. Suarez has gone out wide to Hudson-Odoi. And Zappacosta's nipped in here. Suarez. Good save, Leno. Here come Arsenal now on the counter. Brandt, he's gone into Mbappe. He's got the pace and beating of everyone. Mbappe, can he finish? He can! Of course he can! And Arsenal, from almost conceding at one end, goes straight up the other end, and Mbappe was away. No one was catching him, and one-on-one, you always backed him to score. Past Kepa, it's 1-0 to Arsenal. Here's Brandt now. He's looking for Mbappe, he's found him, he's found Brandt on the return! Hits it well. But Kepa with another good save. He'll look for Neves. Neves has turned his man. He can hit one. Neves! Kepa again. He's really keeping Chelsea in it at the moment. Arsenal keeping it alive with Brandt. And a good hit. Oh, Neves off a post. And there goes the half-time whistle. Arsenal dominant in that first half. The only thing saving that scoreline is Kepa. He's made 3 really good saves to stop it from already being a cricket score. Chelsea, though, did have that one chance there. Worked well down our right-hand side. And Suarez forced a good save from Leno. But other than that, Arsenal in control and need to find that second goal to put it to bed in the second half. Ceballos, can he ping one over the top there for Gnabry? He can. Gnabry's now up against Zappacosta, he'll look to cut inside. He does well. He's found Brandt. Can he finish? Oh, he can't find the goal. The cross comes in. Kimpembe up. Oh, and it's not fully clear. And it's fallen to Kante and Benteke. Oh, what a challenge. Kieran Tierney, that is as good as a goal. Chelsea, there they come again. Cross comes in. It's towards Suarez. And it's towards Suarez again. And somehow, between Leno and the defenders, they just about survive. Ceballos, he's found Saka in some space. And he's only been on the field a minute. And Saka has found that all-important second goal for Arsenal. And just at the right time, Chelsea, they gave us a few nervy moments not too long ago with those chances. And now the second goal, hopefully, should seal the points for Arsenal. Arsenal play it out well there. And it's now with Maddison, who can run at the defence. Looking for the run of Gnabry. And he's in here now. Can Gnabry finish it? Oh, and he can't quite, but Kepa's save has only fallen to Saka. And finally, it's now way beyond doubt. It's 3-0. Saka, in 10 minutes on the field, he's already got himself a brace. Gnabry unlucky not to finish. 3-0 Arsenal. Pulisic now into Zappacosta. Bellerin gets in, and that's the full-time whistle. Arsenal get themselves a big, big result here at Stamford Bridge. A very convincing 3-0 win, and the locals are not happy. You can hear the boos. And Arsenal with an extremely solid win. And I think that's definitely put down a marker for the season and a warning to the rivals. We are here for our 4th title. 4 wins out of 4. Great start. Okay, so here we are now. We are at the transfer deadline day. And as I mentioned at the start of the video, I don't expect to be doing any business. We've already got our business done. We've brought in our players for the window. And therefore, unless we get any big offers for any players and need to replace them, we will just be simulating through here. But just before it ends, I will show you what the top deals are of the transfer window. Okay, so here we go. We've had a big offer come in now from Barcelona. 113 million for Julian Brandt, which is absolutely ridiculous money. But that being said, I think without a shadow of a doubt, he has been our best player since we brought him in at the start of year number 2. And therefore, I just can't sell him. I don't think who in the game we could bring in that's going to be better than him. I mean, he's just been our player of the season year in, year out. So despite that being seriously good money, I am going to reject that. Okay, so that was the only offer we got in during this window, and therefore we won't be making any changes. Just going to show you the top deals now. You can already see what the big deal is. Harry Kane has gone from Spurs to Manchester United for £111.4 million. It's an absolutely huge amount of money. Carlson has gone to Bayern for 92 million, which is another big deal. Obviously, there's R2 there, which you already know about. Oshman's gone to Leipzig for 62. Benteke we obviously knew about. Mendy we also knew about. David Milan's gone to Villarreal for 56.9. Talisca's gone to Dortmund for 55. Alex Telles has gone to Lyon for 50.8. And Konate's gone to Atletico for 50.5. And then Golovin there is 48.9 to Liverpool. So those are all the big deals from around Europe. I'll just check we haven't missed any around in the Premier League now. So there you go. Actually, you want to see a team that's been really busy, and that is Chelsea. Look at that. £172 million they've spent now. We saw the Benteke. We knew about Mendy. They've also brought in Kostic, and they've also added Haaland to their team as well. So they're definitely going all out for the title this year. Made some really good additions. So that's going to make them much stronger. Just as well, though, we have just played them and beaten them. So Everton here. Okay, they haven't brought anyone in that's necessarily huge, but I mean, look at that for the money out. They've sold Gomez, Keane, Mina, Moore, Richarlison for over £200 million. So they're definitely going to struggle this season. And remember, they only just avoided relegation last year, so it'll be interesting to see how they fare this season. So we saw their Liverpool signed Golovin. They've also signed Morata for a total of 79. City have brought in Lo Celso there for 43 million. And United, obviously, we knew they'd brought in Kane, but they've also added Ginter and Tagliafico there for a total spending of 169 million. So it looks like Moise Keane has gone to Newcastle there. And that's pretty much it. So we're going to simulate through here, and then we're going to get a good bit into the season here, play through these games of September and October. Okay, so our first game in September is up against Crystal Palace at home. So we're going to jump into this now. I've switched over to the second team for this game. Just want to make sure we keep them happy, give them some minutes every now and then. And they still get the job done. Martinelli, Trincao with 2, and Torreira all score for us. And Ayew scores for them. So another 3 points, and that's 5 wins out of 5. And here we go now. It's the start of our Champions League campaign. Arsenal looking to defend the title that they won last year, remember. And the group we've been drawn in against, not necessarily the easiest group, but a group I would expect us to get through. We've got Napoli, we've got Dinamo Zagreb, and we've got Dynamo Kiev. And it looks like Dynamo Kiev is our first game up, so playing against the number 4 seed is going to be really important that we start our campaign with a win. Okay, jumping into this here now. The first game of the Champions League. Can we start it off with a win? And of course we can. We win 4-0. Maddison with a goal, Saka with 2, and Trincao with the other one as well. So a comprehensive start to our Champions League defence. Okay, back to the Premier League now, and a big game coming up here. We are away to Spurs. So a North London derby, obviously always one of the most important games on the calendar for an Arsenal fan. And hopefully we can maintain our 100% start to the season. Just a very quick look at the table to see where they are at the moment. They're not in the top 6 and they are down in 12th. They haven't had the best start to the season. Only won 1, drawn 3 and lost 1. So failing to turn those draws into wins at the moment for them. Hopefully we can continue our fast start. As you can see there, both us and Man City still with 100% record. Jumping into this now with our first 11 and hopefully not only 3 points but bragging rights over our North London rivals. Here is Brandt now. He's found Gnabry. He's gone out wide to Pepe. Or Mbappe it is. And Mbappe's in. He squares it. Oh, he should have gone for goal. It's Pepe now. He's gone into Mbappe. Looked to find the return pass to Pepe. He's cut inside. He's gone to Mbappe. Trying to work some space on the edge of the area. He's got Brandt. And that's really good football from Arsenal. Tight footwork on the edge. We found the space, got the shot away, right into the bottom corner. And Julian Brandt gives Arsenal the lead. It's a really good finish. Really good hold-up play from Mbappe. And it's 1-0. Brandt into Ceballos. It's into Mbappe. Oh, he's cut inside beautifully. Oh, he's hit the post, but Pepe's there. Oh, and it's off the line. Henderson has a go. And Leno equal to it. Has Gnabry got the pace to hold them off? He has. Can he now finish? Cut back inside. Really good footwork. Oh, and it's blocked, but it's fallen kindly to Mbappe. And Arsenal on the counter-attack. Double their advantage here against Spurs. Far too easy, really. And there goes the half-time whistle. Arsenal go in with a 2-0 lead at the break. And to be honest, not been the most exciting game. There's only been a few chances, but most of them have come the way of Arsenal. And we have a very solid advantage going to the second half. Spurs have been pretty poor. You can really see the difference in class between these two sides. And I expect us to run away with this game in the second half and secure the 3 points. It's Dele Alli now and Sissoko with a couple of neat 1-2s. And Ali gets a shot away, but Leno saves. But I think there's a foul in the build-up there from Kimpembe. There is. This is right on the edge. It's going to be dangerous. And Sam has just tripped over the post. And he gets it away off the line. Here comes Brandt now. He'll be looking for Pepe towards the back post. He's arriving. What a save by the keeper. Here is Brandt now. Looks over the top for Mbappe. I think he's timed this one perfectly. He has. It's got to be 3-0 surely. Oh, and he's dragged it horribly wide. And I promise it wasn't just because of that awful miss, but off comes Mbappe now, along with Brandt and Gnabry, and Saka, Maddison and Jovic all come on. Here is Pepe now. He's arriving. Oh, set up so nicely, but I think that is goal bound. Ramiro tips it behind. Look at this. It's just sitting there. Had to have a go right on the half volley. That's heading towards the top bin. Pepe over corner now. It's towards Jovic. Oh, he's only been on the field. What a goal that would have been. He's found Maddison arriving late. He'll go back to Pepe. Back post towards Saka. And it's there. Really good football from Arsenal. And the third goal. It's been coming. And Arsenal now have it. And they're going to be definitely taking home the bragging rights tonight. Really good finish from Saka. That's his third of the season. And it's 3-0 to Arsenal. Here come Arsenal again now. Neves, he can set away for Saka. And Arsenal, look at them, they're pouring forward. No, he's offside. Ah. There was 4 of them there, but the pass, it's the wrong one. And Maddison's been booked. Not for being offside. He just absolutely laid out a Spurs player before. Here's Neves now. He's gone into Jovic. It's a good first touch from Jovic. He'll hit one. It's deflected. Ramiro, good reactions. And that is the full-time whistle. And Arsenal with a comprehensive victory here over Spurs at their own stadium. And their poor start to the season continues. Arsenal's perfect start to the season continues. And more importantly, a solid victory over their rivals. Okay, here we go now. We are into some Carabao Cup action and we've been drawn away to Sunderland. So this is the team we're going to go with today. We're going to go with Perrin in goal, Gaia, Kimpembe, Demiral, Klosterman at the back, Barella, Willock, Trincao, Smith Rowe, Nelson in the middle and Martinelli up top. So obviously that sort of team should be more than enough for lower league opposition like Sunderland. And they are. We win 3-0. Willock, Nelson and Trincao all on the score sheet. And next up, back to the Premier League and we have a home tie against Brighton. We are still 100% through our first 6 games. So are Manchester City, and therefore we need to keep that pace going. I would expect we get it done against Brighton, do we? We do. We win 4-0. Mbappe, Pepe, Ceballos and Bellerin all on the score sheet. Okay, so now we are at match day number 2 in the Champions League and we have a home tie here against Napoli. So it looks like they drew with Dinamo Zagreb first round out. So obviously really important here that we can get ourselves another win. Put ourselves in a good position in the group after 2 games. We're going with our strongest team as you would expect us to. Probably the hardest game in the group, but one we'd still expect to win. And we do. We win 2-0. Pepe and Mbappe on the score sheet. Neves picks up an injury, which is a bit worrying. And look at that, actually, that Aubameyang has landed at Napoli. So that's where he went after his contract expired with Arsenal. So he is still carrying on to play in Italy. I'd imagine he's only got 1 or maybe 2 more seasons in him. And Maitland-Niles is over there as well. And Ospina. So quite a few ex-Arsenal players, but they weren't able to help their new team to get any points today. And Neves is injured, but he's only out for a week, so not too bad there. And we've had a transfer offer in as well for Kimpembe from Barcelona. Kind of weird getting it in the middle of September for £61 million, so I'm going to reject that. Okay, so next up here we have an away tie against Leicester. We'll have a quick look to see where they are on the table there. Not in the top 6 at the moment, so maybe struggling a little bit. And yes, very much struggling. They are down in 16th with only 1 win, 2 draws and 4 losses. Obviously, we are still undefeated and 100% record, the same as Man City. So we are definitely the 2 pace setters at the moment. Already starting to pull away from the rest of the pack. Going to rotate it very slightly here for this game. You can see there's the team we've gone with: Perrin, Bellerin, Diaz, Kimpembe, Gaia, Barella, Torreira, Pepe, Saka, Brandt and Jovic. So still a very good side. Hopefully they can get the job done here over Leicester. And they do. They win 2-0. But Perrin picks up an injury, which is a little bit worrying. And Kimpembe and Gaia. So defensive goals. Maybe set pieces were kind to us in this game. But another 3 points nonetheless. And the good news there, Perrin only suffered a slightly bruised leg and therefore out for 3 days. So no long-term injury to worry about there. Okay, so here we go now, guys. Into the middle of October and a big game in the Premier League up against Manchester City. You can see, look at that, last time out they actually lost their game in the Premier League, so their 100% record has come to the end. So we are now 3 points clear of them, and we have an opportunity to turn that into 6 points here with a game at the Emirates. So let's jump into this here now. Obviously, whenever we play Man City, they're always very dangerous going forward, but they do leave lots of spaces in behind, and with the pace we've got with the likes of Gnabry, Pepe and Mbappe, we've definitely got a chance to exploit that and hopefully get ourselves a win here today. Okay, so a quick look at the City team, and obviously we knew from the transfer deadline day that they bought in Lo Celso there, but other than that, doesn't look like there's anything else. Ederson's still there in goal, Kata back, Laporte, Umtiti and Cancelo at the back, Rodri, Gundogan in midfield with Lo Celso, and then Sterling, Jesus and Silva up top. So no big changes to this team, but obviously still a very good side. So let's get into this game now and see how we get on. Brandt into Mbappe, back to Brandt. Play the advantage well there, the referee. Oh, Brandt had a great chance to score early. Well saved, Ederson. Tierney stepped in well there, won it to Ceballos. Brandt now's into Mbappe. Has turned this man beautifully. Oh, and Mbappe just can't find the bottom corner. Had all the time in the world. Really should be finishing from there. Here comes Pepe now. It's gone into Mbappe. He'll look to find Pepe again. Pepe's in behind Consuelo here. He cuts back. He'll look for Brandt in the middle. Oh, and he's hit the post. Arsenal doing everything but finish here. How has he not hit the target from 6 yards out? It's Brandt into Mbappe. He's found Pepe now. Is he in behind? Can we finish this time? Heavy touch. Oh, gotta be more clinical. That's 4 really good chances inside the first 20 minutes and we've fluffed them all. Corner from Pepe now. Chance here. Oh, and hit the bar. It just will not go in. He cuts back. Oh, he's got loads of space here now. Mbappe has opened up for him. And Ederson saves. Lo Celso now. He's found Jesus. And he just hits it wide. I think Leno might have got a touch on that. He did. It's a corner. And it's fallen to Lo Celso. And he's stuck it in the far corner. And Arsenal somehow are behind in this game. We've had 5 really good chances to score. We've missed them all. And City's first real effort. And they score from it. And there's silence in the Emirates. They cannot believe it. We're going to be going in at half-time behind. It's 1-0 City. Here is Gnabry now. And doesn't even have time to get to the area. It is half-time. Arsenal find themselves 1 goal behind going into the break. Unbelievable. I cannot believe that. We had so many good chances. Unable to capitalise on any of them. And then City score with their only real chance of the game. Going to have to just be much more clinical in the second half. Keep doing what we've been doing. We've created chances. We just need to score them. There's still Gnabry here. What can he do? He's found some space. Can he finish it? Oh, and it's wide again. Really got to start hitting the target from that far out. How is he not finding that far corner? Into Brandt. Mbappe. Out wide again to Gnabry. He's got some space. He'll look to cut inside again. Oh, he's lost the momentum. It's gone to Neves. Oh, what a finish. That is from Ruben Neves. He's 20 yards out there. It's our hardest chance so far, if you can even call it that. But he let fly, found the top corner, and finally Arsenal have a goal and they're back in it. I thought the chance had gone there with Gnabry cutting back. But look at this finish. What a finish from Neves. We know he can hit it from range. And boy, what a hit that was. It's Pepe now. He looks out wide for Bellerin. He's got loads of space on his right-hand side. What can he do? Can he pick out a cross? It's towards Mbappe. Defender there just about did enough. Bringing on some fresh legs here. See if we can find ourselves a winner. Brandt, Ceballos, Gnabry all off. Maddison, Barella and Martinelli coming on. Here is Jesus now. He's gone out wide to Sterling. He's found Jesus inside. It's blocked. Here is Maddison now. Into Martinelli. And Martinelli's away. He's got some space here. He's found Mbappe. Can he finish? What is Maddison doing? Oh, I thought he was going to get in the way. Running right across Mbappe. But he didn't. And Kylian Mbappe, with 5 minutes from time, he's found the winner here for Arsenal. Martinelli, perfectly weighted pass. What is Maddison doing there? Almost ruined the chance, but Mbappe finishes clinically when he needed to. And it is now 2-1 Arsenal. Just holding the ball up. Oh, what a turn that is from James Maddison. Can he hit one and finish it? Oh, it's straight at the defender. But it won't matter because the full-time whistle will now go. And Arsenal, with a famous come from behind win there. It should have been much more convincing. We were so dominant in the first half, but just couldn't turn our chances into goals. City, credit to them, they were much better in that second half. We didn't have the same number of chances. But when it mattered, that man there, Kylian Mbappe, with the 89th minute winner for Arsenal. And we maintain our 100% start to the season. Okay, so next up here we have Dinamo Zagreb in the Champions League. We are away to them and they've had a good start to their campaign. 4 points from their first 2 games. So a win here would really put us in control of this group. It would put us 5 points clear of everyone at the halfway stage. So going into this, a trip to Zagreb is definitely not a game that is going to be easy. But it's a game I would expect us still to win with the side that we have. Can we get it done? And we can. We win 3-1. Pepe, Brandt and Mbappe score for Arsenal. Gojak gets a consolation for Zagreb. And next up here we have Burnley in the Premier League. So hopefully we can continue this run. We're doing extremely well. Already 5 points clear at the top of the table. So jumping into this here. Can we make it 10 wins out of 10? And we can. Brandt with 2. Gnabry with the 3rd. Arsenal win 3-0. And I'm going to have to look it up in a minute here just to see what has been the best ever start to a Premier League. Because we've got to be pretty close to it, if not already beaten it. Okay, so next up we are back in Carabao Cup action. And this time we've been drawn away to Swansea. So this is the team we're going to be going with. Perrin in goal. Gaia, Demiral, Diaz, Klosterman, Barella, Torreira, Trincao, Maddison, Saka and Jovic. So a very strong team. More than enough for Swansea, I'm sure. Can we get this done? Oh, of course we can. Maddison scores 2, Trincao with the 3rd, and Arsenal win 3-0 and they're through to the next round. Next up here we have an away tie against Fulham, and that 10 wins in a row is the best start to the season. I did look it up. Chelsea hold the record with winning 9 in a row. There's been a few teams that have won 14 out of 15, including Liverpool in this current season and Man City a couple of seasons ago, so we'll see if we can equal or best that. In terms of where Fulham are, they are down in 19th. They've lost every game, along with West Brom, still failing to register a single point. And this is what I mean with the engine. It's a little bit too weighted. I don't think a team has ever gone 10 games without even a point in the Premier League. So I feel a little bit bad for them. I'm going to rotate it. I'm going to rotate it to at least my second team, which, to be honest, is almost as good as my first team anyway. But I would expect nothing other than an Arsenal win today. And it's a 4-0 win. Martinelli getting himself a hat-trick. Trincao also on the score sheet. And that's 11 wins from 11 for Arsenal and 11 losses from 11 for Fulham. Okay, so there we go. That is the end of October now. We are up to November and it looks like we're about to start round 2 of the Champions League, and therefore that seems like a perfect time to leave this video there. We've had a really good couple of months, won every single game that we've come up against, so couldn't have asked for a better start for the season. Next time out, we'll make sure we get through November and December and into January. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you haven't already subscribed, please consider doing so, and if you've enjoyed this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up. Make sure you come back very, very soon for episode number 3, but for now, thank you very much for watching, everyone. I will see you all next time.